Area 51, one of the most strangest and mysterious places on the earth, full of mystery, conspiracy, and strangeness, and fear in a way. Hey guys, Austin right here to bring you back another video. And this one we'll be talking about some theories, discussion, and basically what I think is in Area 51. The possibilities are endless, and I obviously got the idea from last video, where I talked about Area 51, about aliens, but this video won't be so much discussing about aliens, though. Well, actually, who knows, maybe it will. Watch on to find out. Anyway, so hope you all enjoyed the video, and enjoy. Area 51 is known for lots of conspiracies and talk, because it's one of the most mysterious places on the planet, as I said, and nobody really knows what's in it besides the people working there. And if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what Area 51 is, here's a quick Google thing of what it is. Yeah, read that all up. But anyways, so the possibilities in this are endless, from aliens to SCPs to anything. Okay, here's this really strange clip that I found. So basically, there was this somewhat radio broadcast thing, and it suddenly got interrupted by this guy who claims to be working in Area 51, and he talks about extraterrestrial beings and stuff, And to me, it sounds like he's being really genuine, and he is genuinely scared. And I don't know, man. It's really weird.
Hello, Art.
Yes.
Hi. I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look, let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line properly or not.
Area 51.
Yeah, that's right. Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Oh man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really soon.
So you can't spend a lot of time on the phone. So give us something quick.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now, Art.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharge.
I started getting...
I know, creepy, right? Like, dude, I can't get over that. Could it be that the government or aliens are trying to silence him? Is it a hoax? I mean, to me, he sounded pretty genuine and real. I mean, he sounded like he was actually terrified and worried about the safety of everyone. And I don't know. I think he's being genuine. He sounds too like scared to be faking it. I don't know. Just you be the judge, okay? That video has given me lots of evidence for me, and I've come to the conclusion that well, first let's go through some other theories. Okay, there's the theories that they're making super highly advanced weapons that could destroy everybody. There's theory that there's like giant, I don't know, SCP monsters in there. You know, there's all kinds of theories and things. And obviously the big one, which is aliens, or there just could be nothing all in there. It could just be them testing and government information that they don't want you knowing. I think there's some sort of extraterrestrial being in there. And no, you can't just say that I've just been watching too many conspiracies, because, for one, just hear the sound of that caller's voice. The caller's voice. He genuinely sounds terrified and scared to me, you know. I think that there is, and I don't want people knowing, because for one, I think that the aliens have super advanced weapons that other countries could get or something, you know, and plus to, you know, avoid a massive panic and stuff. And I think that they're hiding it too, and that's why I think that they shut the guy off the line, and who knows, and I think the guy's probably locked up or something, you know. But it just kind of is scary to think about. What stuck out to me in that video was that they were talking about how they were wanting to control us, and they're going after the major populated cities. And I live in a pretty, you know, pretty small on the countryside kind of place. You know, like my town only has 1,000 people in it. Which, yeah, I know it does sound loud, but compare that to like New York City, where they have tens of thousands of people there. You know, it's kind of not that big. Anyway, so I think that there is extraterrestrial beings in there. But if I'm wrong, here's what I think. I think that it's probably just some weapons of mass destruction, or SCPs, like giant monsters that they're testing in there. You know, those are the two ones. But if I had to place my bet, it'd be on aliens. You know, I'm not talking about the ones from movies, like the ones like I'm talking about just the you know, just extraterrestrial beings. As they said that they contacted it in like some kind of spacecraft or something, you know. And I think that they brought them. And here's what I think. I think that they brought them back to Earth to study them in Area 51. You know, there's lots of proof behind this. You know, just look at Area 51. It looks like a place like that. And like I said, the caller genuinely sounds scared and terrified for his life. And I personally believe him. Okay, if this does turn out to be a hoax, then I'm doing stupid. Anyways, so yes, I believe that there is something in there that they're hiding from us. It's not just research, government information. I think that there's genuinely something in there that could, you know, kill us, and that is very dangerous. Whether it be aliens, monsters, something, I don't know. I think that there is something in there, though. Like, I think that they are hiding something. I think it could be that. And I think that it could cause lots of death and panic if it gets brought out, though. And the guy, okay, so he was trying to warn us. But in all seriousness, though, he doing that, it wasn't the smartest idea. Because it's not going to work, though. People are always going to say that it's a hoax. And the government's going to find you eventually and going to deny all of it. You know? It's just not the best plan. But I do believe that they're hiding something in there, and I think that somebody needs to get to the bottom of this. I know I just said a while ago that the guy was stupid. Like, I didn't say he was stupid. I said that that wasn't a smart plan. But I think somebody needs to get to the bottom of this and figure this out, because I want to know. Okay. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, it's based off the last video. You know, I just felt like making a comeback to that video and talking about Area 51. I'm sorry I didn't get to talk as much about other theories. They're just hard to find, you know. Just go on YouTube, go on Google, go on anywhere. Just type in Area 51 conspiracy theories, you know. Obviously, like I said, there's been lots of UFO signs, but hey, we talked about aliens in the last video. We're talking about Area 51. And one last thing, though. I don't think that Area 51, I think people always classify it with aliens, but it's an alien base, which I do believe it is. But I also think that it could be home to many other creatures and things that are on the Earth, you know, that they don't want us knowing. I think it could also be, like, nukes developing or something. I don't know. Anyways, because when you think about it, though, extra weapons, it's a pretty, like, desert place, you know. They used to test them in, I think, well, maybe that place used to test it. Utah. They used to test it in there, and that was a pretty desert place, like just like Nevada where it is, you know. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of conspiracy video. So this is the last one, okay? I promise. I'm gonna be doing it for a while. Anyway, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to join the awesome army. As always, awesome rider out.